presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Let's go to our man George in Newport Richie. George, what's going on, brother?
Hello, Tom. Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing great. Yourself?
Yeah, great. I've been following you for the last 2 years, listening to your show.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it, George.
All the hard work you've done for us over the years.
Well, I really appreciate you calling and saying hi.
My pleasure, Tom.
Okay.
I'll listen to your show.
Thank you, man. Have a great one, a safe one. Appreciate it, man.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Make it a great week, folks. This is it. This week, end of August. Can you believe it? September, Labor Day. Gotta love it. Don't make assumptions. Ask for what you want. Find the courage to ask for what you want. Others have the right to tell you yes or no, but you always have the right to ask. Likewise, everyone has the right to ask you for what they want, and you have the right to say yes or no. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 29, Nasdaq's down 145, S&P's off 18.5. Gold contract trading up $8.30 at $2,554 an ounce. We have silver up 18 cents, $30.44 an ounce. Late sweet crude up $2.54, $77.37 a barrel. Notes and bonds. A 10-year note down 3 ticks, 113.19. The 30-year off 2 at 124.17. And King Dollar up 130 traded at 100.848. Euro 111, yen 144, and the British pound 131 to 1 US dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. And the world of the NQs, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Well, we're down $1.94. That's telling me we're going to go down $2.50 or something. Let's take a look at it, what we got here. Okay, so the low for the day is 19,505. That's going to be game. That's the bottom line. The low's a game again. This is pretty extensive. Let me see. Where am I? What did I do? There we go. So 9 minutes. Okay. So you get some volume in this for 9 minutes. I suspect the next bar is going to be a little bit lower, and you're going to get the volume again. And that's going to basically make the probability much higher that we're going to get down to these lows. Now, if we get to the lows, then let's go to the Qs and just look at this on a daily. Because if we look at this on the daily, what you're going to see, to me, this is a slow turn. These slow turns are always trippy, man, in general. But that's what it looks like to me. A slow turn. And what ends up happening with a slow turn, this is right where tomorrow you would get a much longer bar on the way down. We get the turn happening. You know, it topped out, in this particular case, on Wednesday rather. You came down, tried to make a high Friday, couldn't do it. Going the opposite way today. And the real kick is going to be, does this, get down, number one, to the 473.19. Because that would be the low going back to the beginning of last week. But I think it's capable of doing that. That's the bottom line. Tomorrow, I think you're going to see, normally when you do these slow turns, this is what ends up happening. You do slow, 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 and then boom, and it blows out. We go to the E-mini. We take a look at the E-mini. Okay, so, yeah, see, this is a different setup, man. This is so wild. Yeah, the E-mini, to me, we're down 17 at 56.35. It looks to me like you can get down to the, what is this number here? Yeah, you can get down to the 27 or the 19. The 27 is the high of the last low bar. So inside the NDX, what's moving this thing around is Pinduoduo. It's a monster. Pinduoduo is down 28%. SMCI, oh man, that's getting hit too. That's down 7.5%. ARM Holdings is off 4. Micron's off 3. Let's go with SMCI, because SMCI was trading off NVIDIA, no longer trading off NVIDIA, that's for sure, because this stock went from 1,200 to 566, where NVIDIA is still at all-time highs. And this is coming down again with volume. So this thing is, this thing wants to hit the lows again and maybe a monster ABC down. NVIDIA, they're coming out with their numbers after the close on Wednesday. And there's no doubt that this equity here runs one of the major runners of the NDX 100. Let's put it that way. They're going to be looking for, so you're down $2.40 right now. They're going to be looking for 28.8 billion, and 64 cents to the bottom line. See, the thing that's intriguing here, the big jump has already happened, meaning they did the 26 billion last quarter, and the year before that it was only 7.2. So they went from 7.2 billion to 26 billion. In this particular case, they're only looking for about 29 billion, okay, which isn't a huge amount. And if we take a look at NVIDIA, put this on weekly. Yeah, we get everything to the downside of NVIDIA, man. To me, NVIDIA's going to go lower. We'll see whether, NVIDIA could actually gap down to 97. That's the way this is kind of set up right now. 97 was the last time we had any volume on the way up. Oh, I see what happened, though. Oh, watch this. This gets interesting. That already got tested. So that got tested with 2.06 million versus 3.4. Okay, so that got tested. But that's still a high bar. So you still get 101 as game. That's how this is shaking out right now. Some of the higher volume equities that we have in the marketplace today. You get Tesla's down $7. We have Advanced Micro off 4.5. We have Micron Tech 3.5. So it's interesting that the tech stocks, the chip stocks are still moving. That being said, they're not moving the way that they have been, meaning, every day gapping up $2, $3, $5, $10 at a time. They're just not doing it. And if they're doing anything, they're volume to the downside. So we go to the Dow Industrials. I think this is hitting all-time highs again. If it isn't, it's really close, man. Yeah, it did. 1 second here. We closed at an all-time high, I believe, on Friday. 376. Yeah, we hit an all-time high today. So now let's look at this. This will be interesting. Let's go to the diamonds quick. Let's get a contraction. Interesting. Stay right there, folks. Coming back with our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
The stock market is a delicate, interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one string of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information into one cohesive model when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities? Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrial's up 50, Nasdaq's down 148, S&P's off 17.5. Let's get over to our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, as we do each and every Monday at 20 past the hour. And don't forget, folks, Steve does an outstanding show here every trading day, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. Also has a great newsletter, Mastering Probability. Now, it's very easy to get Steve's newsletter, folks. Come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to go right into newsletters. It's on the right-hand side. You just hit that button. You are off to the races. You can get Mastering Probability for 1 month for $149. You get it 6 months for $695, which is a savings of $199 at 22%. And you get it for 1 full year for $1195, which is a savings of $593 or 33%. And in all these cases, folks, okay, Steve has a huge amount of tools. He brought up some of them last week so you can see those spreadsheets that get sent out every day. Bottom line, huge amount of information for a very reasonable price. Check it out at TFNN. Steve Rhodes, what's going on?
Only good things are going on. Isn't that beautiful?
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, so I don't know if you had saw a really interesting moment this weekend. It was during the Little League World Series.
Okay.
And I don't know if you caught any of that.
No, I missed it this weekend, but I've been watching it. I can't believe that. Okay, cool. Tell me.
Yeah. So cool. So it was the finals. It was yesterday in the finals, and it was the team from Florida and Lake Mary up in Central Florida against Taipei. Chinese Taipei.
It was Taipei. Okay, cool. Okay.
Now, if I've been, my kids were involved with all that stuff, and so when it comes on, we all watch it. We're sending text messages, stuff like that to each other, and especially with it being a team in Florida.
Right.
So typically, these are just 12-year-old kids. Typically, by the time they get to the final game, it really is all about pitching. And most teams don't usually have a ton of pitchers.
Okay.
A good first or second pitcher, but you start going through as only maybe 13 players.
Yeah.
So when you get to that last game, it's typically all about offense.
Okay.
But yesterday, for whatever reason, good pitching staff out there. Taipei scored 1 run, and they were they opened up the game. And no other scoring, and the games go 6 innings. So it gets to the 6th inning. They're the home team, the Florida team, so they're the last team to bat. They're down 1-0. And the coach of the Florida team, I wasn't really getting a great feel for him.
Yeah.
Thought maybe a little bit too negative. All that changed yesterday. And how that changed was these guys are down 1-0 thinking that they're going to lose. They had left a bunch of men stranded on base in the prior innings out there. And he says to them, listen, I didn't tell you this, but on the first day that we were here, a story similar to this.
Okay.
The first day that we were here, somebody came up behind me. They were saying a prayer for us. He said that guy, and he didn't know who he was, ran into his dad. He didn't even know that it was his dad. He told his dad, he said, it's already ordained. That team is going to win. They're going to take it all. So he tells this story to the players, and he says, it's already done. I want you guys to go out there and have fun. Know that it's done. You guys are going to win this thing. It was such a positive message, the way that he was saying it. And you got these 12-year-old kids doubting themselves, and they go out of that sixth inning and they tie it up.
Wow!
And they ended up winning in extra innings. We don't need to really go into that, but just that message.
I'm going to go on YouTube. That's amazing, man. And what's amazing? When I was watching it, there was a pitcher. I think it was from Taipei too.
Probably
throwing at 103 miles an hour.
Oh no, those guys were hurling those balls.
12 years old, man.
I know.
I mean, folks, if you hadn't seen it, it's worth pulling up on YouTube or something because, I thought I was seeing things, man.
No, it's And if you've ever tried to, it's pretty fun. Every now and then, most folks end up getting to a batting machine somewhere.
Yes.
And you can set the speeds on those things.
Yes.
And at 90 miles an hour, trying to get the bat around.
Seriously, man.
Pretty difficult.
Yeah,
exactly.
Really
exactly.
Cool.
Well, anyway, so you mentioned the newsletter, and I thought what I'd do here is just show folks just a little bit about what's inside.
Yeah, because you have so much great stuff in there, man. It's huge.
So as an example, when we open up, folks know that we all used to do the timers. You and I had done the Timers Digest stuff until he closes down after 2020.
Right.
And but the what Timers Digest was tracking was the S&P gold and the 30-year Treasury. So I have those signals that show up on the top of my newsletter each and every morning. This is a snapshot from that. And then what I've also done, because not everybody's following the ES Mini, so I put the SPY so that they can see the equivalent of what's on the SPY. Yep. And it helps everybody to understand where's resistance, where's support, where we're at. What's down below that is a set of charts, is a 9-panel set of charts out there. And so the opening letter, if you can picture the newsletter, you've got exactly what my system is suggesting the market conditions are. Then we have these charts out here, 9 different charts. And what I do is I go through each one of them. So in really just a couple minutes of time, in just reading the beginning of that newsletter, you know exactly what's going on with the ES Mini, with the spot volatility, the NASDAQ, the Dow, the Russell 2000, the U.S. dollar index, which, by the way, is going to form a TD9 count bottom pattern today.
Okay.
If that takes hold and it starts moving higher, the U.S. dollar index is going to be interesting to see, how that impacts gold and the markets out there. But we cover gold, silver, copper, oil, natural gas, the 30-year and the 10-year note out there. So that's all covered inside the newsletter right away, so you know where things are going. We talked about this last week.
This
is one snapshot for the most active instruments that the subscribers of ours, listeners, would trade out there. And so this helps understand exactly where the day's support and resistance levels are and so forth. I then go into the international market. So what took place overnight? Because they can, you taught me, what you taught all of us here, so many things. But one of the things that you taught us was the correlation between the German DAX and the NASDAQ. In fact, how did you find that out? How did you?
Just, this is one of these things, I tell you what, you taught me the aspect, and we were going through this, and you were always in the office, that you do so many things so many times, what is 10,000 times, right? And
yes.
And that's how I got that. I'm the visual deal. That's, you know what I mean? And that's how I got that, seriously.
and it's a great correlation. So what's really nice.
Particularly because they're already open, which is really cool.
Yeah. And so you can see, like last night, the DAX gapped down at the open. And then most of the day, it just kept working its way back out there.
Yes.
Until it had just a slight positive finish. Now, today, we're not seeing that same thing inside the NASDAQ, the NQs out there, but there's still a directional correlation that helps you more often than it doesn't help you.
It does.
So if we take a look at what's going on around the world right now, the Shanghai's got a bottom in there, a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom. The Hang Seng is in an A to B equals CD pattern on the upside, about to run into resistance tonight at 17,864. The Nikkei's got a TD9 count top. It should be pulling back. Just helps us understand what's going on inside the markets. I also cover the currency pairs. So those folks that cover the currency pairs, if you look at the bottom right, you'll see that Friday was bar number 9 of a TD9 count. Today will complete that pattern. If you look at the euro up in the upper left, it has a TD9 count top.
Okay.
That took place this on Friday. So, we know that because of the weighting aside the euro, that you're typically going to see the same offsetting patterns out there.
Yes.
So we do have a potential bottom that's inside the dollar tonight. So it'll be interesting to watch that. I cover many commodities. In the soft commodities area, I'm covering wheat, soybeans, corn, coffee, sugar, and cocoa out there.
Nice.
So that's just to give folks a feel for what's going on. Real quickly here, and I listened to your the opening segment, and there's only 2 indices that do not have a top. And maybe you can discuss this, during the rest of your show.
Yes.
And that's the Dow.
Okay.
Now, the Dow today is doing like a double top.
Yes.
Maybe it's a double top.
Yeah.
The Russell 2000 today is going to become bar number 8.
Okay.
The TD9 counts can top on bars 8, 9, or the bar following 9. Otherwise, other than New York Stock Exchange, all the other U.S. indices are suggesting we have a top. So I'm in total agreement with you that that's what we should be looking for over the next couple
and
of
folks,
days.
okay, you just saw that. It's extensive what Steve has. Get over there and get it. That's the bottom line. Steve,
Thanks, Tom.
have a great one, a safe one. Look forward to the show tomorrow.
Thanks, Tom. Take care.
Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
The consistency you're looking for is closer than you think. 1 or 2 adjustments are usually all you need to change your equity curve from red to green and keep it there. Come join Larry Pesavento live to learn what separates the winners from the losers. Join Larry Pesavento on the 2nd and 4th Friday of every month for 3 hours of live trading from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time, where Larry will show you the market setting up and, most important of all, the state of mind of a winning trader. By watching Larry trade, you'll learn the Fibonacci levels, you'll learn how to apply A to B to C to D trading patterns, you'll learn trade management, pattern recognition, and much more. Join Larry August 9th and 23rd for more live trading action. For this month only, use code LarryAug24 at checkout to save $50 off your first month as a subscriber to Live Trading Fridays for his live trading sessions, where you'll sit right beside him as he trades the market live. For this month only, enter code LarryAug24 and save $50 off your first month. For all the information and to reserve your spot today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
This portion of the Tom O'Brien Show is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Welcome Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrial's up 31, Nasdaq's down 156, S&Ps are up 19.5. And I want to switch gears just for a second because this was a great question. And what the question is from Tony inside the den: has anyone started buying or selling a house under the new broker rules, wondering how the changes are working? Let me explain to you what we're doing at Tiger Real Estate, okay, and Tiger Construction. So picture how this comes down, folks, most of the time. So I build the homes, right? Right now the homes go for anywhere from $1 million to like almost $1.3 million, okay? And what has always happened in the past is this, and this always drove me crazy. Let me tell you something. I mean, I just go out of my freaking mind. There's no doubt. You put the home up, and because we own the brokerage too, okay, we don't have to pay the 3%. I'm not paying myself the 3%, okay? Meaning, let's say it used to be 6%, then it went down to 5%. So what ended up happening is that you put your MLS listing in, you would give the buyer's broker 2.5% in our case, okay? Well, the bottom line is you can see every 2.5% is $25,000 per million, right? So what tends to happen is that we already have a great brand in Pinellas County. They call them Tiger Homes because they're so well put together. And I know that as soon as I put it on, then the bottom line is that, even when, this is what used to happen in the past. I'd have an open house, and even when people would come in, I would say to them flat out, if they didn't have a broker with them, I would say to them, now, if you call me directly, your negotiating power is much bigger than calling just a broker to get in the middle of it that I'm going to have to pay $25,000, okay? Even saying that, listen to this, even saying that, out of 10 times, maybe once they came direct. All the rest of the times, they call a broker gets in the middle of it. It's the only time I hear from the broker, except for the closing, and then I got to send them another check for $25,000, okay? Now, we're talking about the new rules. So the way the new rules go, folks, is this. And what I'd love to do, if you could do this for me, right, because this would be really cool. Inside the Tiger's Den, as we're talking, I want to do a little feedback here, if you can give me a little feedback. Because my take is this. So watch how the new rules work. The way the new rules work, let's picture that I'm a buyer's broker right now, okay? And I'm going to sell. Now, I want to sell to all of you folks, okay? I mean, I want to get you all as a client. But in this particular case, in fact, you can email me too. Cool, this would be cool, okay? So in the Tiger's Den, I want to know a yes or a no on this question. Well, first off, let me explain. I'm a buyer's broker, okay? And the way it works now as a buyer's broker, you're looking for a home, okay? Great. You called me up. As you call me up, I'm going to explain to you that the rules have changed and that I want 2%, to do the work. Now, 2%, and you're saying that you want to buy $1 million home, okay? So 2% is $20,000. So I'm explaining to you that the difference is that you are going to pay me $20,000 at the close out of your pocket versus the seller paying the $20,000 at the close. So my take goes like this. My take, I don't care how much you can sell. I don't see buyers signing a contract like that, period. And the reason being is this, is because everything is out on the net. You get Zillow, you get everything else. It's like, why would you pay $10,000? Why would you pay $5,000 to call directly? Okay, so now the question would be, everyone that's listening to this, could you put in that yes, you would sign a contract and you think that is fair dealing, or no, I'm not going to sign a contract because you know full well that you can just call yourself, get rid of a middle guy, okay? And that's it. Now, and Dan, this is so cool what you just said, because that's what I'm pushing. So watch what happens here. In Massachusetts, folks, okay, and Dan's from Massachusetts, I always had an attorney, because in Massachusetts, when you close homes, it's always attorney closed. Since I came to Florida, I also always have an attorney. I don't care about the closing agent, period. Okay, I want an attorney. So I have both, okay? My take, and you'll see this on the Tiger Construction and Tiger Real Estate site, is that I'm going to encourage them to spend $1,750 approximately, right? And get your own closing attorney, period. That's it. That's all you need, okay? So if you can give me feedback there, no or yes, because I think it's insane. I just cannot picture buyers, agents getting it. I mean, I just don't see it. I really don't. Yeah. So so what is going to happen? So here I'll explain. I'm putting 2 houses on the market this week. One of them is a home that I had already sold like 5 years ago that they're reselling, and that's going to be sold for $1,050,000. And the second one is one that we just finished, and that's going to be $1.250. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to the guy that was selling the house for, I'm going to charge. We only charge 3% period. So we're putting emails out and ads out that we charge 3% period. That's it. And on the one for 1.25, I'm going to pay the other agent 0.5%. I'm figuring 0.5 to see where it goes, and we'll see from there. But I'll give you some feedback as to the way, because there's no doubt, and closing attorneys, as Dude says in some of them, is totally where it's at. So we'll see how this shakes out. But I figured that's how it's going to shake out, and it's going to be a huge shakeout in the business in general, because the amount of conversation that you have with 90% of the buyer's brokers, okay, is one time, and they just want their check, and they don't do a thing. So, so those are the new rules. And then the brokers themselves, who knows where they're at. We're going to be aggressive on the deal, though, man. We're going right after this thing, because the bottom line is that we know real estate upside down, and I know this place upside down. So it's like, okay, and I see it as a listing market, really, more than anything. Meaning, if you get the listings, you do the right job, you put the marketing out there, and we're going to find out really quick. That's the bottom line. But I think buyers agents are toast, man. I think it's over. I think the whole thing's over. I can't wait to see one. We haven't seen one yet. We've been looking for it. Trust me. So there's a little feedback on it, and that's going to save the buyers a huge amount of money. Period. It just is, because especially at the beginning, because we're so used to paying that. Do you know what I mean? That negotiation in there is still really in there. Because you've just been used to it. Now, that'll get lower, 6 months, a year, 2 years from now. But the business is totally, and it should change, man. No one should be able to answer a phone and get $25,000 for, Anyway, you get the gist. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors. For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
The reality is that navigating financial markets can be risky. Markets can be chaotic and difficult to understand. Having the latest market advice can help you turn this chaos into a key for creating winning trades. At TFNN, we understand that it can be hard to find reliable market news. That's why each of our market experts offers their very own market newsletter, a must-have tool for every trader out there striving to find an edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets so you can analyze the market before you trade. Try any of our great newsletters risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Just visit the Newsletters tab on the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 60. You get the NASDAQ down 160. S&Ps are off 18.5. And we get the NQs down 213. There we go. So let's go take a look at, Tesla. You talk about rocking up and down. Tesla has done that in an incredible way. It's like every day it seems like it's either up 7 points, down 7 points. To me, that equity still wants a lower price. Let's go to David in Chicago. Hey, David, what's going on, brother?
Hey, how you doing there, man?
I'm doing great. Yourself?
Oh, pretty good, Tom. Yeah, pretty good.
Good. So you want to take a look at the OIH?
Yeah, I was curious what your read is on it.
Let's take a look. I like it, and I can tell you that because I like a couple of these big oil stocks. You get the, and these aren't the big oil stocks, okay? This is the oil service folks, okay? Which you get Schlumberger, Baker Hughes, Halliburton, Weatherford. This is the services, on it. But bottom line is that this still looks good. The low for the year out here is 278. The high is 364. We're 305 right now. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so we got smoked when we went down as the market did. You get volume today. You get a crawl that's happening here. Let me put this on a weekly for a second. Okay. Well, are you going long or are you shorting this thing?
No, I've been long for a long time. I've been long for a while.
Okay, so you're in this consolidation. So, and this is what oil and oil service stocks like to do. They consolidate for a long period of time. I'd stay right there. You're gonna have some time before you can get through this downdraft. From 5 weeks ago. But to me, it looks like it's still in the consolidation. This one here didn't get to the bottom of it, which is positive. The last two didn't get to the bottom, which is good. And it got close, but I just take it step by step, man. What you're going to have to watch out for, as we all are, my take is that the turn's already happening. And if the turn is happening and we're going to the lows, everything's going to get smoked. So the way you can circumvent you getting smoked on this is always have the stop in at the beginning of the day. So, because you never know, like today, this looked like it could have been a sideways market today, but yet the NDX 100 decided, man, I'm going south right now, and it did right off the bat. So the surprise is, folks, when you have a turn, and in this case, I think the turn's downtown to go after that high volume low, the surprises will be to the downside versus the upside, But if you keep the stop in, you should be all right. You know what I mean? Because what normally happens, the OIH doesn't gap a lot. So that's what's really cool. It's not like having an individual stock. They come out with one deal, do you know what I mean? All of a sudden you're down $5. You don't have that with the OIH. Right. And I like how a lot of the OIH service stocks actually look. The key with all of those also, but with the market, is that downdraft that we had. So It's heavy volume that we came down on everything. I mean, when they got rid of stuff, man, they got rid of it, and then the computers took over. They accelerated the way down. Do you know what I'm saying? So, I would just, keep a stop in.
Where would you put a stop in?
Yeah, let's bring it up here. Let's put this. So, what you're always looking for, like right there, you don't want this to come down again. So last week when that came down hard, like, see, today's sweet. Today you got 490,000 shares. You're taking out the swing point that had 380, which is beautiful. That's what you need, okay? Now, see the next bar that we went down the following day? So that's, 293. Oh, that's a long way down. Don't give it that much. Not even close, man. You know what? Put the stop right under today's low, man. That's what you got to do, which is under 303.23. That's what I would do, because
that's pretty tight.
It's tight. If you don't do it there, that means you got to do it under the downdraft, which would be under 293.84.
293.84.
Yeah, you can do that one. It's because you don't want to get to the low. Because if it gets to this low, you just don't know whether the volume's going to blow out, and it blows everything out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate it.
Okay. You have a great one and a safe one.
You too.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
You can see, this is, I put this on a longer monthly, folks, okay? Pretty cool looking chart. It's been building a base for a long time. What you can also see, which is really cool on this, is when we broke ice, and that's right where it is, you can see how hard it's to get above it again. That's what that's all about. It's trying to, it has, ice doesn't start until 402. Oh, 402. Yeah, 402 is a long way. But you can see it's approaching, it's 400 and 402. We're $100, it's going to have to approach this area. Well, that's pretty cool, because actually that means you can get up to that level, and that's where the real flak is going to begin. So it's a decent setup. We go look at the actual oil market, the physical commodity first. This has been moving around beyond belief too, man. Yeah, you can see this is strength out here today. This came to, see how these, if you haven't traded oil stocks and stuff, you can watch them for a while, folks. I love, they trade in these huge consolidations. And you can see what I just brought up here, the same thing with oil, man. The oil's on its way to, the 78 area, where it's 77. You go look at the two biggest equities would be Exxon and Chevron, right? Exxon, same consolidation. That's heading towards the highs. Chevron, top of the consolidation, not the highs, top of the consolidation. You take a look at Chevron. That's weaker than Exxon now. It's going to take a while. Chevron has the same type of setup as the OIH right now. That's what's going on there, okay? Going to take something to get through there. Let's put this on a monthly, too, and see what we look like. Now, see, it's testing the high volume low. Now, this is pretty good, because we're getting away from it. This is testing the high volume low. We're almost at the end of August, and it's going to have lighter volume. So if we keep this rejection going on Chevron also, excuse me, folks, you'll have some action there. Let's go to the GDX and take a look at the GDX, because you had the gold contract not only was up today, it had some good juice underneath it. So the GDX is flat. No action on the GDX, but look at the contraction, 7.6 million. That's what you're looking for in a contraction when you go going down versus going up. You go up with 22 million, you go down with 7.6. That is what you're looking for, folks. Now, let's go over to the bonds, because the 10-year note today gave up price. Let me see what this is looking at. This is going to get dicey a little, folks. But 3.7 million. Now, that wants to break topside. Now, watch how tricky this is. You get 3.7 million, and it couldn't hold price. You're going to be back up there, though. This is tricky, though. That's a lot of contract volume. Big time. Dow Industrial's up 62. Nasdaq's down 155. S&P's up 18.5. Come right back, folks.
stock market is a delicate interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one string of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information into one cohesive model when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities? Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
The reality is that navigating financial markets can be risky. Markets can be chaotic and difficult to understand. Having the latest market advice can help you turn this chaos into a key for creating winning trades. At TFNN, we understand that it can be hard to find reliable market news. That's why each of our market experts offers their very own market newsletter. A must-have tool for every trader out there striving to find an edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets so you can analyze the market before you trade. Try any of our great newsletters risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Just visit the Newsletters tab on the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN. Educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 55, NASDAQ is down 150, S&P's off 17. Let's see what we're going to do with the indice volume out here. So, and the NYSE, oh man, what a trip. So we're going to be at highs, folks, in the NYSE. Let's check this out. So it's 354, and we're at 392 million. We did 857 on Friday. That's going to come in around 750. 800 at the most, 750 probably. So that means you get higher highs with a monster contraction of volume. The composite is going to be light volume. You're at 4.5. We did 5.4. So that's also going to be, that'll be about 5 billion. They'll do 500 million. So that's actually going to need more volume to get to lower price. That's how that shakes out. So if we take a look at the Qs, the Qs can get monster volume like really pronto, man, once those machines get going. So you get 24 million. So you're going to go to lower price today with light volume. But as I said at the beginning, it's not holding price. We're going to be closing just about at the lows inside the Qs. The low, let's see, the low's 473, 24, and we're 475.97 right now. We go to the SPY, we take a look at the S&Ps. SPY right now, down $1.90, and that actually got to a higher high with lighter volume and failed on price. The SPY traded to 563.91. Now, you know what's really bizarre about that, folks, okay, is that it couldn't hit the high. Yeah. This baby should have been able to hit the high today. So that's the turn in the SPY. That's how this is shaking out, man. You know, and when you look at larger markets, that's what they do. You know, we hit a new high in the Dow. The SPY come up, missed it by 2 points. The NASDAQ, forget. The NASDAQ is going south. Have a great night, folks. Have a safe night. Come back and visit Tommy tomorrow morning. Kicks us off 9 a.m. Great show, folks. Look at him, folks.